So, unless you've been living under a rock for the past few weeks, well, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon have kind of become a big deal, and a lot of news has been coming out. So, with all this hype that's going on, I took it upon myself to start thinking about Ultra Sun and Moon. And this is not a theory video. However, we are theorizing that my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon team, whichever title I get, we are going to test how good these Pokemon are going to be. So, everyone has hopefully seen that the Ultra Sun and Moon Pokedex is even bigger than it was last time. There's new Pokemon, well, not new Pokemon, but there's a lot new species that have been found in Alola. Necrozma's going crazy. And there's a lot more Pokemon to catch, so team diversity could mean anything, and my prediction for my team and the starters that I choose and the Pokemon that I get to go all the way to the end. And you know what, I might not do this, that's kind of the entire point of this video, is we're testing out this team, and hopefully we can show that the power that we have for choosing Pokemon that are good at battling each other. So, I chose 6 random Pokemon, not random, it's your starter Pokemon and a few others that you get in Sun and Moon, or Ultra Sun and Moon, because some of them you can't get yet. So let's just get into it, because I need to explain what's going on here. I went on to Pokemon Showdown and played a few rounds with these few Pokemon, and it's time to explain that my prediction for my Ultra Sun and Moon team is my Decidueye starter Pokemon, Dusk Lycanroc. It will be midnight and midday. Reversely, you will see it there. Mienshao was shown in a few trailers, and I'm pretty sure it will be catchable. I don't think it shows up very well on the camera. It's behind Ribombee's wings. And speaking of that, we also have Ribombee, a good bug fairy type there. Alolan Raichu, I didn't like that one. I glossed over it in Sun and Moon, but I think it really fits well with this team. And if you've seen the Mantine Surf trailer, I kind of want a Mantine on my team. Because Sun and Moon had such a problem with good water-type Pokemon other than Primarina. And like Pyukumuku was cool, sure, but it was toxic. That's all it did. So it's not toxic like Overwatch, but toxic as in the move. So a few matches were played with these guys, and we got an opponent here who has a Chandelure, Amoonguss, Pikachu, Fortress, Assault, and Galvantula. And don't worry about the tier. I mean, you can see it. It's OU, and I don't know how loud the music is, so I'm a pussy. We're gonna lead with Raichu. Oh man, my items. I go for a Volt Switch. Raichu is Air Balloon. My Mantine has Leftovers. He goes for Stealth Rocks turn 1. He goes into Amoonguss though, so I'm gonna go for the Air Slash because I can defog with Mantine whenever I want. So yeah, this is gonna get complicated with all my moves. Should have done a team overview first, but he spores me, and I'm going to stay in, because I know he's going to switch, and I'm going to get my free turn to sleep there. Lycanroc is scarfed with Stonehenge, Fire Fang, Brick Break, and Crunch. So Galvantula Volt switches, and he goes back into Fortress for Stealth Rocks. I go into Raichu with my Air Balloon still intact. Basic switching going on here. I go back into Mantine to defog the sticky webs and the rocks. He goes into Galvantula, so of course I'm a switch. Oh, well, I do stay in just so I can get that turn to sleep. I go into Mienshao this turn because Mienshao is Assault vested, and he misses another Thunder there. So he gets the Fake Out. It's Assault Vest with Fake Out, Drain Punch, Poison Jab, and U-Turn. That's my Mienshao set with an Assault Vest, so we can live those special attack Psychics. His Chandelure comes in free and starts setting up Calm Minds with Substitute, which is a real pickle because, you know, he's starting to get very stacked. But luckily, we have Mantine in right now, and we're just going to get rid of that sub. And the problem is, the special defense is really a problem. But you know what's not a problem? Scarfed Lycanroc. You are a fire type, my dude. So if we get to bring in Lycanroc, you have no defense whatsoever. Here comes Lycanroc, scarfed, and he's gone. And yep, there you go. We finally got a kill there. Mantine is just gonna take the heavy slam like a boss. We get that leftovers recovery from Mantine, of course. Moongus, I'm gonna fake it out. Common theme, Mienshao, always fake out. That's how I play. I'm going to Decidueye, just because I think it's the only thing that can really take up hits right now. We have Brave Bird. I really do think Dartrix with Eviolite is better. But, you know, I have Spirit Shackle and stuff. So there's the Z move. As long as Decidueye gets to use the Z move, I'm okay with letting it die. So I stay in, and I hit it with Leaf Blade, and I die to Rocky Helmet, and it gets his freaking rocks up. It's like, what a horrible turn of events there. So he goes into Galvantula, and I'm just like, I'm going to kill it. Because, you know, he was in with a Moongus, or a Fortress there, so I'm just going to kill it. I stay in on the Pikachu, and hit it with a Scald, because Pikachu doesn't have that much defense, right? So he gets the Volt Tackle there, rocks are here to stay, and I go into Mienshao to fake out, and knock out the Pikachu. So now that I have left is Mienshao, Lycanroc, and Ribombee. But Mienshao picks up 2 kills with the Pikachu and the Fortress. Here comes the Absol with Pressure. And the Mega Evolution makes him outspeed me, so I can't Drain Punch him. But I go into Lycanroc, and he goes for the Sucker Punch and knocks me out again. Ribombee is sashed, but the problem is completely the fact that he had rocks up. So he goes for Sucker Punch. I get to knock him out with Bug Buzz, but I can't kill the Amoonguss with a Psychic there because I couldn't get my my Calm Mind up, and we lose 1-0. So it was a terrible commentary, but very, very, very good game there, and it was very close. But like I said, Ribombee could have done a lot more if we just didn't ruin the Sash. Because Ribombee has Moonblast, Bug Buzz, or Pollen Puff. Then it has Quiver Dance and Psychic. And that means we get a lot of coverage on Pokemon that, you know, because we're Sash, you know, we get that Quiver Dance. Ribombee is so fast, it can just clean up teams. And same thing with Lycanroc, but we got killed there, and that was very sad for me. So, you know what, that's it, and we lost this game. But there's plenty more to go for, so we're going to play round number 2 against this team. I am in the top left, as I will be for the rest of this game, and I'll fix it soon. But he has a Lopunny, a Ludicolo, what? Oh my gosh, a Sylveon, Chandelure, Beartic, Durant, and a Ludicolo. Doesn't look like it's a weather team at all, but he doesn't have a Scizor, which is pretty impressive. He has a Durant, which is also worrying, but he doesn't have a Scizor, and that means I'm not going to get swept this time. I did get swept by a Scizor while trying to get these battles. So, I don't know what I'm going to lead with, but I'm going to lead with Raichu or Mienshao. Probably Raichu, because the thing about leading with Mienshao is he's got the Ghost-type Chandelure. So, let's see what I did there. Music. Alright. He leads with Beartic, and I lead with Decidueye. Because, you know, in case that the Chandelure came out, I was going to kill it. He misses an Icicle Crash turn 1. I knew he was going to switch out when I went into Mienshao, so I went for U-turn. We don't do a lot of damage, of course, but it's good. Raichu has Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and Wish. So I go for the Volt Switch on the second turn of the Wish. Go into Mantine. Mantine should be able to eat a Moonblast from a Sylveon. And we do. So I go back into Mienshao. which is a huge gamble. We could have died from Moonblast, even though I have Assault Vest. I go back into Mantine because I really need this Sylveon out. So I'm like, I'm just going to Roost up here. And basically my Mantine can sit here all day. So I'm going to go for a Scald Burn. We get that Leftovers recovery. We both have Leftovers. I go into Raichu, and I sack it off. And then I go into Mienshao, because I have Poison Jab. And, yeah, I forgot that Mienshao does outspeed Sylveon. So, there you go. If you were interested. Fake out from the Lopunny. Gotta be worrisome about that. He gives me a warning there. Mantine and Lopunny. So I go into Decidueye. He goes for the Ice Punch. He's doing all these punches. Decidueye lives. Knocks itself out once again. Lopunny's very damaged, though. So I decide to go into my Sash. And get that Quiver up. Because, you know, it's 4-5 right now. But we can really clean these teams up. So Lopunny goes down to a Moonblast. Durant comes in. We hit it with a Moonblast. It does a lot of damage. It doesn't kill him. And he knocks us out with Iron Head. Thank you very much, Ribombee. You tried your best. Alright, so here's Mienshao. Probably the best person on the team. Gonna go for that U-turn and knock out the Durant. Because I know that the Durant was Life Orb. So we get that Regenerator, because Mienshao is Regenerator as well. It's AV and Regenerator. Gotta switch. This Beartic outspeeds Scarfed Lycanroc. And it's not Scarfed, because it did switch moves. It had Aqua Jet twice, or whatever it was. And Drain Punch is gonna kill the Beartic. Thank you very much, Mienshao. Cleaning up the game right now. Chandelure is gonna go for the Psychic, and it does so much damage. But thanks to the Assault Vest, we live. Assault Vest putting in work. We go into Mantine, and we Roost. Oh man, I needed that HP. So we got that Leftovers. I go for the Air Slash on Ludicolo. He goes for the Rain Dance. So he's getting Leftovers and Rain Dish recovery. I go for another Air Slash. It's doing a lot of damage. He gets that Flinch, and it's not looking good. So he switches there into Chandelure. I go for an Air Slash. I'm like, what are you going to do to me? I'm going to Scald you. And then I knock out the Chandelure. This Mantine is going to finish up the game with Ludicolo here. And there we go. Solid 2-0. Yeah. That was very close, actually. The problem was, I had nothing to him. He's a cool dude. You know, you run into some cool dudes, right? He let me Roost with Mantine at such a low HP that I was able to survive long enough. I mean, yes, the Air Slash Flinch sucked. And it was not good for him. But I mean, that's the game sometimes. You know, we had Regenerator Mienshao just in case. Because, I mean, he could have kept Chandelure alive, so I couldn't fake it out. But, nonetheless, it was a great game. We finally get a win, though. And, unfortunately, Decidueye didn't get to use its Z move, and we didn't get to use the Sash Ribombee to the full extent. But I'm happy to take the win here, and we're going to go into the next match, which is a good one, I think. Maybe it is. So he's got Scizor, Weavile, Infernape, Manectric, Togekiss, and a Starmie. That's quite the team. It's very threatening. And so we're looking at the team. I'm deciding if I'm going to lead with Mienshao or Raichu. He's got a Dark type. He's got the Bug type. He's got all these things. He's got all these Psychic types. He's got one of them. He's got a Fairy type, though. That's kind of threatening. And I have Midday, Lycanroc. Good stuff there. Let's play this one out. He leads with Starmie. I'm going to reset this match onto my side. Turn 1 Fake Out. So, you know, he's at 77. He goes into Scizor. I predict that. I'm going into Decidueye. I go for the Z move. I learned from my lesson. I want Scizor dead immediately. I don't care. He needs to go. So, we live barely. I think that might have been a roll. I know he's going to go for the Bullet Punch and try to kill me. So I decide to save Decidueye for later. That's important. So he sacks the Scissor off to a Scald, and we have already drawn First Blood, but he goes into Manectric, so I'm going to switch into Raichu, and he is going to go for the Thunderbolt onto Raichu, and that does 32%. We get that leftovers on Raichu, though. A Volt Switch comes out, so he's faster than us, of course, and he's going to go into Weavile when I go for the Wish. And this is that part of the game. He goes for a knockoff because I stay in like a dummy. Of course, Weavile outspeeds me. I didn't really have anybody to switch into, though, so like I kind of had to sack him off there. He goes into Starmie. Something's gonna die here. You know, Lycanroc is so strong. That entire team gets decimated. Like, look at his team. Look what's left. Togekiss, Weavile, Infernape, Manectric. Lycanroc beats all of it, no matter what HP they're at. I mean, we did just get intimidated from Mega Manectric, so I'm going to switch. But, I mean, no matter what he did there, he was going to lose a Pokemon, right? Maybe he's got Protect. What is this, a doubles battle? Alright, so I'm going to switch into Decidueye. I'm going to sack him off. This Manectric is really scary. I don't know how I'm going to beat it precisely. Like, I guess we can beat it with Sash Ribombee. That's probably, like, my only way. So I go for the Fake Out, since we lost Decidueye. I go into Mantine, and I sack it off like an idiot. Because that'll be important. Fucking O-code right there. So we go back into Mienshao, and the reason we did that was Regenerator. So we get that Mienshao back at full HP. So he's losing HP. He's at 57%. I go for the U-turn. He's down to 18. I get that Regenerator back. We're looking good. Here's the time for the Sash Ribombee. Holy crap, that did a lot of damage. And this is the part where I get really salty. And I'm not salty though, because why would I be salty? All right, we knock out the Manectric. That's awesome. He's gone. He brings in the Weavile. Weavile, Ice Shard, always. He always goes for Ice Shard. I hate being that low on HP, just to be knocked out by priority. So I have to switch and save Ribombee. But I sack Ribombee here because I need that Regenerator so badly. So badly I need Regenerator. So, you know, because at this point, I go for a Drain Punch. This next turn, he goes for an Ice Shard. He hits me for a lot, and I go for a Drain Punch. And then I knock out the Weavile. But it's going to do a lot of damage, the Ice Shard. So I had to sack Ribombee off on those switches so that Mienshao got more health. It's such a game to play with Regenerator Mienshao. And it's kind of sucky because I did sack off a lot of Pokemon for that. And the game's not over, though. We got this in the bag, hopefully. Probably. Drain Punch is going to knock him out, as I said. But that Ice Shard did so much damage, we literally have to switch. We go into... Well, okay. I think, actually, I go for Poison Jab, and that should have knocked him out, but it didn't. So I go for Stone Edge, because, I mean, that's all that's left. He gets that flinch. This is so irritating. We knock out Togekiss, which is looking great. It's one-on-one. Finally, Infernape comes in. We should outspeed it. And he fucking Earthquakes. This was easily... in the moment, this was the most infuriating loss ever. I mean, he played well. He played well. It still sucks to lose. But it's such a minor thing. It's such a minor thing. It's been a few days. Whoa, dating the video. So this is the one I've been really salty about. But it's not that bad. It's like I think we both played well with our cards and our win cons, because like Infernape definitely beat what I had, right? The moment that Mantine went down from being alive to not being alive, it suddenly became like it became cleanup. It became cleanup for Infernape to win, and I knew that. I knew that from the beginning, that Lycanroc wouldn't be able to beat it. But I mean, it should have. So here's a little bit of trivia. I've been researching this forever. So mad about this one. Lycanroc midday in the one that I was using has like 112, like Lycanroc midday 112 base speed, like Infernape 109 or 108. It's very barely under it, but the thing is like yeah, at that point Scarfed Infernape doesn't outspeed midday, so he's like 252 speed, and he knocks me out. It's like Lycanroc should have outsped him and killed him. Maybe it wouldn't have killed. Like, I've calced it a few times. Maybe it wouldn't have killed him since he was at 100%. And there was no way for us to live the earthquake either. We were at 42% when it happened, so we had no chance to live. But yeah, it pisses me off, just because Lycanroc midday should be able to outspeed an Infernape, and that's what we lose to. It's kind of unfortunate, but like I said, if we just kept Mantine around, it would have been such an easier game. Just because, like, there was no reason to sack Mantine off. If I was going to go into anything, it should have been Ribombee or my AV Mienshao. And I'm so serious about this. I can't show that in any way, shape, or form. But, if I kept Mantine, and I can only say it as much as I can. It's hindsight 2050. What? It's hindsight, and if I kept Mantine, we could have still won this, and I still believe truly that when Scizor went down, his entire team was weak to Lycanroc. It really, I mean, come on, it one shot the Togekiss, which, topic number 2, forget Infernape, that Togekiss was also Scarfed. If I'm Scarfed Lycanroc, then there's no way for this Togekiss to outspeed me. Togekiss has a base speed of 80, and Lycanroc 112, and that thing outsped me. It gets Surrey and Grace and Hustle. I don't think it had any move like Prankster, any ability to make it go first. Like, super annoying to get outsped by Togekiss, get flinched, take another Air Slash, kill it, and then have the Infernape come in and win the game. I mean, like I said, I could have done more things, right? I could have kept Mantine alive. Mantine probably could have done a lot. But I let it go down because I really thought I needed to keep Mienshao alive. I needed to keep Mienshao alive, Ribombee alive, and Lycanroc alive to win. Because, like, Ribombee is weak to fire, but if I get that quiver and then I hit the Infernape with a Moonblast, I could kill it. I could possibly kill it. Of course, that stupid Weavile with its priority, just that, I mean, the Manectric did so much damage. And I mean that's just a fair thing, right? Ribombee's not a tank. That's why it's sashed in the first place. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, there you go. That was a close. I mean, it was still a close game, so like I totally give him that. It was very close to 61. Can't find my buttons. So, in the end, we lose, but I'm okay with that, kind of. It's just kind of infuriating to lose like that, because, like I said so many times, we should have outsped and killed. I can't say that enough. We should have killed him. We should have outsped, and the fact that Togekiss and Infernape were Scarfed, that's super annoying to me. And, if that's how he plays, that's how he plays. I'm okay with that. Do what you need to do. So we're going to go into the next game, looking at a team with Scizor, Gliscor, Snorlax, Lapras, Electivire, and Houndoom. Ooh, so that's looking like some Ultra Sun and Moon Pokemon. Barely. Some of them, maybe. So, he's got no Ghost type. He's got no ground. He's got the Gliscor. I always forget the Gliscor's ground type. So, he's got an electric type, a ground type, but he's got no ghost type, so it's definitely worth leading with Mienshao. But I mean, look at his team exactly. Gliscor can be a problem in singles and whatever, but it's not that hard to take on. So, I mean, it's really strong. It's really strong. It's got really good movesets, and it's a good Pokemon. But it's weak sometimes. It's weak to certain things. Okay, it's weak to ice, right? It's weak to ice. Um, so anyway, we're looking at this team. I could lead with Mienshao, Raichu, but I mean, I'm looking at his team. What's he gonna lead? Electivire? I don't think so. Houndoom? I don't think so. Snorlax? It's too slow. Gliscor? I don't think so. I mean, you'd have to set up the agility turn one. That happened once, maybe. I don't think he's gonna do that. I mean, he might do it, and that would be kind of bad. But I mean, what's that? I mean, I have not seen one Scyther, the bug flying type Scyther. I've not seen one of them like that. Those sprites are so dark. Excuse me for the fix. Technical difficulties. Wow, black screen. There you go. Sure. Looks better, right? No. Whatever. I'm over it. So we're gonna get into this one. I think he's gonna lead with Scyther or Gliscor because I don't know, fake out, false swipe, shenanigans, right? Meme teams, let's get them. So here we go. Like I said, I think I'm gonna lead with either Mienshao, but Mienshao, I don't want to sack off Mienshao too early, so I'm gonna lead with Lycanroc, and just threaten this thing immediately. Like Lycanroc is scarfed. He might have been scarfed. Scyther, gone. I beat him. Alright, so he brings in the Lapras. I know that Lycanroc Midnight is really tanky. It's so tanky. Lycanroc Midnight is so tanky, it's just going to eat up the attack. It's going to eat up that Surf. And so we do a ton of damage to Lapras and Scyther within the first two turns, right? So I bring in Mienshao. Keep this congruent. See, we got Fake Out. We're going to go for the Drain Punch. That's super effective. He lives on a Sliver, and he goes for the Z move. And that's Bricknik Blitz. There you go. He knocks us out. So we already lost Mienshao. This is looking fantastic. I go for a Scald to get a burn, and he plays me super well. Super props there. Yeah, he gets that Water Absorb. Perfect play there. I had no complaints. That just really sucks for me. I go for an Air Slash to gauge the damage. Because, I mean, I kind of want to know what he's going to do. He's going to go for a Toxic. What do you expect from a Lapras? I go for an Air Slash. He goes for Freeze Dry. That's super effective, of course. And we die to the Toxic. Man, imagine if I wasn't Toxic. Then I would have survived. It's okay, though. I bring in Raichu. He's threatened immediately. It's a 4-5. I go for Psychic. I go for Psychic again, because that was a pretty good roll. And then our Air Balloon pops. And I go for the Thunderbolt. Very dangerous plays when I think about them. And I have thought about them. I go for another Psychic, and it does about 48%. And I'm like, this is perfect. Raichu, thank you so much. Okay, it's time to bring in Ribombee. And look at the rest of his team. It's time to quiver up and kill them all with Moonblast. So we live by the Sash, and I kill him with Moonblast, or do I? There you go. He knocks out. Gliscor's really weak when it comes to fairy types, okay? This thing, it's not surviving a Moonblast. Come on, Lapras, you try so bad. I mean, how do you not have Ice Shard? That's one thing. I was kind of scared about that. But I had no choice, really. I just go into Lycanroc and kill it. He goes for the Sludge Bomb. He knocks us out. That's kind of unfortunate, but Houndoom is so weak. We go into Lycanroc. Boom. We're no guard Lycanroc, by the way. So we're not missing the Stonehenges. Snorlax is going to die. And perfect game by both sides, kind of. Very good. And we take the win there. But man, oh man, this is my most proud win. I think I played my win cards right, and I knew that by the minute that I saw his team that my win condition was Lycanroc and Ribombee. I mean, that's how it has been for multiple games, yes. But this was just the team that really put that into perspective. And, I mean, think about it. Decidueye has sat there on the left side of the screen and not even come out. He doesn't want to even come out. He's a coward. He didn't come out at all this battle. No, you guys are just beasts. And you know, I thought about this one too. It's a nice game. It's a nice win for us, but we played very riskily. Oh, okay, thank you. We played super risky with the Raichu, because I mean, I didn't put it into perspective. So okay, so we just, yeah, okay, turn 9. He is Lapras right now. So like turn 8, like I'm telling you the play-by-play. It's turn 8. Mantine just died. I go into Raichu, and then it's telling me to select my move, right? So it's Raichu looking at Lapras, and I'm like, he's not gonna stay in, right? That could be a Thunderbolt, but I mean he's got, you know, he's got such good things. He's got Electivire, and he's got Gliscor. I'm not gonna be obvious and click Thunderbolt on the Lapras, because he's got things that resist that. So I'm going to go for a Psychic on the Electivire, or on the Lapras, but he comes into Electivire, and I realized that he didn't really think that was going to happen, because he also has Houndoom, which, you know, if I go for a Psychic on the Lapras and he goes into Houndoom, then my turn was worth nothing, right? I should have gone for a Thunderbolt. That's why his team really counters that, but I figured it was Gliscor or Electivire, because, you know, it's Houndoom Mega. It's going to come in later in the game and try to sweep. But Raichu, I figured that Electivire, I think for most Electivires, has to have Earthquake, right? That's why he brought it in, right? It's also Electric type, yes, but I'm Air Balloon, right? So we get the Psychic off, and I'm like, that did 50%. I'm staying in and Psychic him. I'm going to hit him again, right? I bet you that was a roll. And, you know, I bet you that was a roll. And we're probably not going to kill him. But he's going to be so close. He's going to be nearly dead. And the thing is, I guarantee you this Electivire has Earthquake. But he can't go for it. So I'm going to stay in and hit him again while he breaks my Air Balloon. I can take any hit that is any of his moves and live it, because it's not Earthquake, because I have an Air Balloon. I think that's the thing. My Air Balloon, game changing. So I go for a Psychic again. You saw it before. It doesn't. He leaves him at 1 HP, and he goes for that Ice Punch, and it breaks the balloon. But that's fine, because I outspeed him and I go for a Thunderbolt. I could go for a Psychic again. Like, I think on this turn he could save the Electivire. But I don't think there's a point in doing that, because he just needs to go into Gliscor or Houndoom and then just kill me. I mean, that's what happened, right? So I think at this point, he's not going to switch or do anything. Electivire's done its job by just getting rid of the balloon. So Electivire, I'm going to go for that Thunderbolt. Just in case he wants to be cheeky and bring in the Lapras, I'm going for a Thunderbolt. Because, you know, I could have gone for a third Psychic and knocked him out. But just in case he wanted to be cheeky with the Lapras, I knocked him out. And it's also, I mean, they're both stab. But, you know, if you went into the Houndoom on that Psychic on 1%, then it would also hurt the Houndoom. So, you know, that was kind of my best play. Just run down, like, I mean, I'm sure, you know, he could have gone into Gliscor and totally made that immune. I mean, that's like, yeah. And that's what happened almost. But we knocked him out, and then we get this off as well. The Psychic on the Gliscor, I'm like, you know what? Psychic is a pretty strong move on this Raichu. I'm going to hit the Gliscor, and then I'm going to bring in Ribombee and beat the rest of his team. It's, like, I mean, oh my gosh. It was so good. So good. But I think that's what it came down to, is just the mind games of the Raichu and the Houndoom and stuff. So super fun game. Decidueye didn't come out at all, and we take the win. Another win. There we go. 2 wins, 2 losses. One more. So we're playing this game Against Red, he's got a Haxorus, an Empoleon, a Murkrow, the Weavile, Nihilego, which I'm not sure is in this tier, but that's fine, don't worry about it. He's got a Mega Sceptile as well. My team, Decidueye, the same team, Raichu, all of those guys, love them. That's my prediction. Like, when I play the game, I'm predicting I'm going to find all those Pokemon and use them on my team. That's the entire point of this. And if I don't, then I'm wrong. And it's fun using these Pokemon anyway, because I don't get a good chance to... Like, I played White too, and I didn't get to use Mienshao, but I would have loved to have used it. It's so good. It's like one of the only Pokemon that learns Drain Punch by level up instead of Egg Move or Move Tutor. Such a lovely Pokemon for me, and anyone, honestly. It's up to you to find the Pokemon you like. Am I right? I love Lycanroc. It's like, what's your favorite rock type? I don't know. Aerodactyl? One of them from the original Kanto? I go straight up and I'm like, 7th generation, baby. Alright, let's get into this match. He's got no ghost type. He's got no ground type. It's not a bad team. It's very frightening, actually. It's very, very frightening. I think that Haxorus and Ribombee are going to have to do something. Weavile once again with the Ice Shard. I assume it has Ice Shard. You don't play one of them without Ice Shard. You don't play a Water type without Aqua Jet unless you're, like, defensive. Anyway, I think Mienshao, my best lead. He's got no ghost type. I'm going to kill something. Maybe. So he leads with the Haxorus, but I'm going to replay the battle on my side, thank you very much. So annoying. I'm annoying. I know that. Here we go with Fake Out. It does about 18%. I go for the U-turn since I outsped, and I want to keep my Mienshao a little healthy. He goes for the Dragon Dance, and I'm like, well, that sucks. We live on the Sash, and we knock him out with a Moonblast. Oh my gosh. So immediately, the quiver is gone, right? Here comes the Empoleon. He goes for the Aqua Jet. It's a critical hit. I keep Ribombee for fodder, because just like Decidueye in that one game, I might need it to see what a Pokemon's going to try to do. So, like, Mienshao took a lot of damage from that Aqua Jet, but because it was a crit, it says critical hit, I think we can probably live another one. So, also, I'm going to go for Drain Punch. I'm going to get that HP back anyway. He goes for the Aqua Jet, and it does 35%. But I go for the Drain Punch, and he's almost dead. I go for the U-turn, and it knocks him out very easily. I get that Regenerator. Mienshao's back at full HP. And we've gotten 6-4, but Ribombee's almost dead, so remember that. He goes for the Energy Ball on Raichu, and that knocks it out. It's like, rip to you, my friend. Sceptile, gone. Ribombee, I go in as Ribombee because it's a fairy type. You're scared of it. I get it. I go for the Moonblast, and it does 16%, and I get the special attack drop. Not too important. Kind of unfortunate, though. Well, yeah, it's probably why I live the thing here. Goes for Sludge Wave, and then I get my Leftovers Recovery. He goes for the Thunderbolt. We probably would have died, I think, with the special attack drop being there. We finally get a Scald Burn. That Nihilego is burned. It'll take damage every turn. I switch to save the Mantine. I go into Lycanroc because I can probably hit it with any rock-type move and kill it. I mean, it is a rock type, I know that, but Lycanroc is strong, okay? People listen. But this time he changes his move into Sludge Wave to Power Gym. I go into Decidueye because I'm more okay with letting Decidueye take damage other than Lycanroc. So yeah, it's kind of a bad play, but I'm okay with it. We knocked out the guy there with the move. I go for Sucker Punch, he goes for the Swords Dance, and I don't even go for Sucker Punch again. Like, what am I thinking? I think I went for the Z move that turn, just so I could get it off, but like, super, super dumb play. We knock him out with a Scarfed Stonehenge. Thank you, Weavile, for, you know, fighting the good fight. This is the point in the match where I sack off Ribombee to the Murkrow, because I don't know what this Murkrow is going to do. Does that make sense? Murkrow. I don't know what it's going to do, but it goes for the Attract and the Swagger. Oh, God, if we got that Moonblast on him, we would have been great. But, yeah, he's, this Murkrow is starting to attract things and Swagger. We're going to start hitting ourselves. Super unfortunate. We get immobilized by Love. Immobilized again. He goes for foul play, and it straight up knocks out Lycanroc. It is 2-2 right now. Crazy. So he goes for the Attract. It's Prankster. I get it. And by the snap of my fingers, we're back. We were on turn 23. This Murkrow is Prankster boosted, and it is trying to kill us all. We were with Mantine, and we're going to try to take it on. But Mantine, you're going to have to do a lot of work to carry us to victory. So this Murkrow, it's a big problem, but he goes for the Attract. It's not that big of a deal, but we get immobilized, of course, because Love is so frightening, so frightening. Swagger into Confusion. We hurt ourselves. That's fun, but we have leftovers, so that's going to keep us alive. Confusion, we break out of that. Doing great. We get a Scald off. That's the first attack. We get a burn. Every Scald's gotten a burn so far. I'm totally okay with that. We survive a foul play. That's awesome. He goes for Swagger. So the next foul play will probably kill us. We get hurt in Confusion. It's like lovely. I'm so tired of this. Mantine snaps out again. We get immobilized. Man, Love is a scary thing. We get knocked out by foul play. It's up to Mienshao. Can Mienshao beat him? Thank you for burning him, though. So he's burned. We get a fake out. It's going to bring him down to 30%. Like, why don't I have any girls on my team, right? Why is my... I have got to have some girls, right? Okay, we knock him out with Drain Punch. And now it's Sceptile. We get hit with the Energy Ball. We go for that Poison Jab. It doesn't kill him, but we get a Poison, and we knock him out. We take the victory in amazing fashion. That is exactly what Mienshao is supposed to do. It is supposed to take hits from special attackers with the Assault Vest and knock him out super effectively. I mean, I will call as much hacks. I got a burn on the Nihilego, a burn on the Murkrow, and a poison from a Poison Jab on a Sceptile. I mean, the Pokemon it was didn't matter. But, I mean, I guess it could have if it was like a physical attacker and it got burned. But that's Pokemon, and we just barely edge out a victory to wrap up this testing prediction video. Perfect win. We beat Red. We are the champion, right? We're the champion. I beat Red, right? So a little bit of hacks, but that's Pokemon, and this team is really fun. I don't think you'll ever see them again until the game comes out in a few months. Get ready for that. I'm sure you're all hyped. So, I think that's it for me. Never gotten this far. So, if you are still watching, go ahead and hit the like maybe, and subscribe if you are cool. I will see you guys in another video that comes out whenever, because I'm getting busy again. So, goodbye.